Good morning, good morning. Welcome back.
Hey, good morning.
I don't know what you guys talking about, GJ, because I don't see a breakout here. Unless you're drawing another zone around here. USD CAD, let's see. Yeah, looks like USD CAD was good. Looks like yes. There was some rejections first, then the breakout, then the retest. I was not very interested in this hourly because I was waiting for the 4 hour better, probably. Yeah, so let's see. Let's see. Only 5 pips. I mean, use the cat. It's use the cat, and you can take a trade with 5 6 pip breakout probably. Even though this was a very risky, not risky. I mean, this was a very strong zone, and on a strong zone, you expect a pretty strong breakout. But looks like it worked. Quick 10 pips. And for GJ, I think GJ I wouldn't take it because see we had these two just below. And this candle closed right at this or above. GJ was nice last week. This was nice. Let's see if we do have anything else. G reaching the support. This looks interesting. We have a pretty strong zone here on Geo. On the 4 hour and the 1 hour. Oh, 1 hour is a little bit lower. So let's see where these candles are closed. Below this. Then we have another zone here. Tricky. Tricky situation. Let's watch other pairs here. Euro US dollar. EU. Let's go look at the 4 hour. Breakout to downside Euro US dollar. I mean, it looks pretty nice. We don't really have much on the left. It's free traffic. We've had a lot of rejections on the last few hours, like a small consolidation box. I don't know if it's enough, but it might work out. we're having some pullbacks right now, so we'll see. EA. Aussie dollar. ZT US dollar. Unless a very good setup comes, I'm not even gonna bother to force a trade. I need a very good trade. I saw this Iran ZT in the morning, and I was thinking about buys because we had all these rejections on the same level here, and then we had this breakout, but I didn't really trust it because there was also this and plenty of big wicks, and I was not very confident about it, so I skipped that. Skipped it. Your CAD at resistance. We'll see in this hour. It doesn't look like it's doing something. Let's see. USDJPY currently at resistance. USDJPY is a mess, so we can skip that. USDJPY nothing. Secondary pair. I want to find a good trade on a major pair. GCAT has a pretty big consolidation box here, and a break to the downside would be very nice if it happens. I wouldn't suggest to trade inside of this consolidation box. GA, wow, lots of rejections. A break to the upside would be very nice here. So we'll see about that. Euro GBP at resistance. So I don't really know what to say about this hourly that's coming, because looks like very poor and not many options. What can GJ give us on the next hour? Maybe 1 hour dropping a lot. We do have a zone around here, but we have these candles that are, I don't know. This was a good zone, but then became a bit messy because we had a close below. I don't know if we can still count this as support and take a break based on that. If we look on the 4 hour, it's the same one, but with this two candles, then might be a problem. But we're gonna wait for that and see how it closes, because we might have a big close to the downside. USDCAD can give us a 4 hour break and retest, probably. It can, even though I don't like that the first move was done, but it might still work if we do have a 4 hour close. It got sells on GJ this morning? No, I didn't take anything. What do we have here? Yeah, G might be good. Let's wait for that hour. Hopefully it doesn't come to this next zone. Stays around here in the middle. But there's a lot of momentum right now. We might, we might just even drop below that too. Who knows? There's a lot of momentum right now. There's another zone here. You know what I would like on GU is that we reject this. I like to have here a rejection, price going to the level that's going to break. Let's say if we break this but also reject, and then we have another rejection here, then you get a breakout, a retest, and we have a nice continuation to the downside. I would like that kind of setup here. But having a break straight on this candle, even below this, I would be hesitant to take the retest because then this is a minor zone and the one above is major. So we might have that deeper retest. And that's what that would worry me. I wouldn't take it on this zone if it breaks straight. So we're gonna have to wait and see what happens. There's another half an hour left until now. Until then, hopefully we're gonna have some consolidation here. Even though that's gonna take a bit of time, but we got time. We're gonna wait until that perfect setup comes. Otherwise, I don't want to take any trade that I'm not fully confident. So we just talked about EU. Gonna wait to see what happens. Previous candle close pretty good, strong close. We had a pretty big pullback, big rejection, and now we have a small pullback. If this goes all the way bearish, we might continue even more. So we're gonna wait. This hour, not much happening, but we are waiting. Maybe get something. Y on GU is 136.100. Aaron, I didn't understand. 136.100. Are you talking about GA or GU? Are you talking about GJ or GU? Sorry. Because the first price seems like a GJ one. Honestly, guys, I expect a retest from EJ here on the daily, but if it comes all the way down here, it's gonna be risky when it comes. But I really want this retest here on the daily because we didn't get a chance to take it when it broke, and we waited a long time for this. We need a retest here. 125 700 would be awesome. 0.2061 we have a support. 61, yeah, that's what we're waiting for a break. Uh, it doesn't matter that 61 is the zone because anyway we need a good breakout, right? So we have to wait. Even though 61, I don't know, it doesn't make much sense because this is where all the 4-hour candles are closed, and seems like this is where we can have our next target. So if we take this based on a 4-hour, it might be good. 4-hour against 1 hour, we might have 4-hour winning that battle. Let's take a look at some charts here. First of all, we have to change the colors because you can't see them. GBP looks pretty good. I don't see much left. Maybe this as a target later on if it comes straight for retest. And it looks good. I don't see what's on the left, but if there's nothing, looks like free traffic. It was a nice zone, held pretty long time, and now we are having a strong breakout. Might be very good. Okay, EUR USD. Waiting for a retest to get in for a potential buy. It looks good. Looks good, but you have to be careful with your entry, and I see you're using a pretty big stop loss. I think the setup is very good, but I'm not sure about stop loss. Looks pretty big. If you want to take a buy here, see your entry is here at the wicks, and you have all these 4 candles closing here. If you enter here, you might have price coming lower to make a deeper retest or the right retest. So I don't know, maybe use half at your first entry, half when it comes for a retest that where candles are closed, and stop loss maybe low, smaller. That might be too much. Otherwise, setup is very nice. Setup is very nice. 1.35 563, 1.35 563. And you said it was a minor zone. That was a minor zone, yet it had more rejections than the other zone. Aaron, I don't understand you honestly. I said this is the major one, or maybe I said other something something other, but this is what I meant. This was a major zone, and it is still, and this is a minor. Why? Based on the rejections. Look how big it always rejected every time price came here, or when price did a sort of a breakout, not even a breakout because it didn't, it straight pushed to the upside. And look how small this zone is. So major versus minor, and then when we break this minor, there might be a chance that we come to the major one for retest, then some continuation, and we might see a small fake out on this minor zone. That's all. Morning. Well, we will be in profit on C Trader. As soon as we have some trades, then we can go into profit. If I could predict it, I would be different, but I can't. But yeah, hopefully we're gonna be back where we were soon. We're not that far. We need one trade to get back to break even, and then we continue making more. So we gotta find a good trade, because this trade is very important for our comeback. Last week we started a comeback with GJ, as you guys know. So we just have to continue to do the same. All we gotta do is wait for a good trade. Hopefully when it comes we are ready to take it. Right now we don't have much choices. It's Monday, market's gonna set up, and it's too early maybe. Even though there's plenty of days when you get plenty of setups on a Monday. It took GJ last week. Yeah, of course. What we were waiting on the stream, same one. I made 1%. Pips doesn't matter anymore. Made 1%. What do we have? No, I'm not waiting for a retest in USD CAD because USD CAD did the retest and did the 10 pip move to the upside already. But we're waiting to see if we're gonna get something for the next hour. What was that setup? USDT, yeah. Man, USDT is epic. I can say that. But unless a 4-hour retest comes, I'm not gonna take it. Because imagine if 1 hour comes for retest, that would be a massive rejection. 4 hour would look like a crazy wick. So we're gonna wait for the 4 hour here, even though 4 hour closes in almost no, it's not that far. It's already 10 a.m. almost 10 a.m. Another 20 minutes. Then we got another hour, so we're good. If this hour closes like this, next hour comes a little bit, drops, then the 4 hour closes, and 4 hour comes for retest. We get also wick fill, so pretty good. 1 hour closing like this, next hour coming lower, closing around here, still we get a good breakout, leaves a nice wick, next candle comes for retest, then comes all the way and fills the wick to the upside, so it can be pretty good. So let's wait. Can you tell us your future plan on CTrader? Future plan is to make profits on CTrader. I will get back it where it was. Looks like I'm gonna have to repeat the same thing to everyone today. AUD CAD. This is a massive consolidation box. And see the daily. Daily look pretty good for some downside continuation. We might wait for a break 0.98 here, and then we can have a nice continuation all the way around here. Then we have another one here. English is off point. Yeah, it might be. It might be. Like, I'm talking in a foreign language all day, so I have to be off sometimes. If I would talk my language, it would be easy. My language is Albanian. Albanian. We have some ear strength, but nothing much. EJ needs to do a pretty big move to come for a retest on the daily. I mean, it's gonna be pretty hard, but you never know. I wouldn't count this as a rejection probably, because daily candles are much lower than that. Not too much, but enough. 20 pips, that's good. You may give us something, might be true. Let's see, that looks like a daily level too. But you know what we talked about, you have to wait and see. It's gonna take some time, guys. It's gonna take some time, but we have to wait. A little by little, it's gonna come. Do you only trade on stream? Of course not. Stream is only 2-3 hours, and I trade more than that. Not every time you get the move on the stream. Anyone knows about Ripple? What happened? Any info? Did Ripple had a trial? If you don't profit a week, does that still show because it forced trades? No, I'm not stressed to force trades. Sometimes I may have maybe I try too much to find a trade because I want to give my students a trade, you know. They're hungry, too hungry sometimes. And I gotta give a trade. Even though, no, most of the time I don't force trades. No trial yet, okay. I saw that there's a lot of evidence against Ripple. It's a security, not a currency. Because they had a lot of tweets from before that go against them. So, I don't know. GA, another big rejection. What if we get a break above? What if we get a break above? Also, we are rejecting from the support. I mean, let's see. Let's see if it's turned bullish. Seems that Ripple may win the case. You never know. We have to buy some Ripple before the trial. Because if they win, it's gonna go to the moon maybe. And Jew's still the same place. I think Jew's gonna do what I expected here. It can be really nice if that happens. USD CAD is still staying above. Patchwork, thank you for your information. What do you expect it to do? Just go a little bit earlier that we talked about it, and you'll see. Whenever you see some drawings, we talked about GEO and EURNZD, what may happen. But we're gonna need some time for these kind of setups, because next 1 hour we expect a small drop, and then 4-hour close, and then a retest on the 4 hour. This euro SDD can be good. If it comes right where we want, we can have a good stop loss just below the previous candle here, around 15 pips, or 20 if we enter a little bit in a range, because you don't know if we're gonna get the perfect retest here. So we're gonna wait. You're a CAD, you're a CAD, you're a CAD. What about your CAD? Not gonna trade your CAD. I don't trust it. If you want to take it, you can. But not me. I don't like your CAD. Every here and then I hate a pair, and this time it's your CAD in last 2 weeks. GBP CHF also is on that list. GJ here on the other side, it's a little bit tricky. Hard to make a decision here. We have all these candles rejecting here, and then you got this, but this was like an official breakout. Then we got rejection to the downside, but somehow created another support here, and I'm afraid this might cause problems. Otherwise, I would like to take sells on GJ if it comes for a retest. You hate USDCHF? Yeah, as well. I do hate USDCHF. I used to hate GA too, but I'm not really trading it. And hasn't caused me anything bad yet. A minute left to have some 1 hour closes. Let's take a look what we're gonna have. Okay, we do have a close. 4 hours not closed yet because the 4 hour closes in an hour, 11 a.m. So that's what we have to wait for. GU, just as we expected. That's a good thing. I want to see rejection to the upside and count that as a retest of this major zone. But we can't take it because it's coming from another zone. So instead, we wait for something like this. And then something like this. And after that, we take the retest for more continuation. This is what I expect on GU. If that's not gonna happen and we get a break below this too, I think it might be a bit risky. And then it depends if you want to take it or not. Nothing much. EA seems like breaking above. I don't know, it's not very clear here. Skip EA. Aussie dollar. See Aussie dollar. We don't really have a strong zone that we can say, okay, if we break this, we're going all the way down. Because we just have some weak zones here, like two candles here. There was not even a clear support, and here we don't have a clear rejections. And here, where we do have clear rejections, it's lower. So for me, I think it's not. Aussie dollar is not clear. Gonna have to wait. CAD GPY is pretty much like USD CAD, if I could say, because they're both doing the same thing, just different directions. We just talked about Geo. You just joined or you trolling? I don't really know. USD is pretty good. We have a nice breakout. 1 hour looks like at resistance, but I think this, compared to this, it's a much stronger zone. This 4 hour support zone here on the 1 hour. So what I expected was a good close, just like this one on the 1 hour. That's what we needed. 1 hour now needs to come back and make a small pullback, leave a wick here. Then when 4 hour closes, we get a retest for some continuation. Just my prediction what might happen and what we can do in that occasion. Otherwise, he might still continue straight to the upside and give us zero chances. GA in the meanwhile is pushing. We'll see. Might give us a trade here. Even though I don't like that GBP is pretty weak right now. And Aussie dollar is weak. I mean, that might be a reason for it to consolidate. But if GBP gains some strength now, G is gonna fly. Especially if we break above this, because it wouldn't make sense to have a fake out here when we've had so many rejections. Please check USD CHF. Please, USD CHF is not good to trade, but let's take a look. Four hour. Okay, let's take a look at the 4 hour. We take a look on the 4 hour, and what do we see is a pretty massive zone here. And what we can see is that we've had plenty of rejections on the same level. And now on last 4 hour candles, we are rejecting the same zone. So you are expecting probably a breakout. Is this a good zone? Absolutely. I think it's a very good zone. Even on daily, if you look at it, it's perfect. 4 hour, it's the same. So what you got to do here is wait for the 4 hour breakout. Which is in less than an hour. And if you get that chance, why not? It's a daily zone, 4 hour, 1 hour. If you get a 4 hour breakout, you might have a very nice setup in your hands. USD CAD might give us a 4 hour breakout too, so we're gonna be aware of that. GU, we'll see what happens in GU. Let's see if our master plan will come in hand. When do you decide if a 1 hour close is good enough confirmation when to wait for the 4 hour close? It depends on the pair. Like USDC CHF is not a very safe pair, so we want at least to have a nice confirmation, and that can be a 4 hour confirmation. And taking it only 1 hour, you're not very sure of it because it's known for doing a lot of fake outs, so that's how you decide. But on GJ, for example, it doesn't really matter if it 4 hours doesn't close because GJ on the 1 hour is perfect too. The colors are pretty basic, background and yeah, green and red, all of them, nothing special. What do you think about this? Let's take what this is. Euro US dollar breaks and it's all the way down. Well, that's a pretty big profit there. But yeah, if it breaks, we might have a chance for some continuation because there's not much traffic. Is any time that you are going to back to the top? Why are you in buys and you're in drawdown? We'll see about that. GU right now it's not doing anything much. It's probably gonna come for that retest and then we have another drop. Okay. Anything big happened? Or nothing yet? GJ looks good, but not good. Not good. I mean, look at this. It's a pretty good level. It's also on the left, all these zones respecting. Barbara is gonna reject, but I'm gonna have to wait. Can we do? There's plenty of rejections also below. I think I'm not gonna regret not taking it. USD CAD coming back again. Having dubs that's gonna have a 4-hour breakout on USD CAD. But you never know. Very weird setup on your CAD. Your CAD is weird all the time. Your CAD didn't break above. Oh, GCAD. Nice rejection. Good close, but it was right at this support here, which we said we're not going to trade anything in that big consolidation box. Your NZD retest. No, not yet. We talked about your NZD. It's doing good now. 4-hour closing like this. If it stays here for a few minutes, then a retest and then continuation. Also, for the magic keys, I think I'm gonna choose the winner tomorrow. So today's the last day to participate. Any chance today for GU to 1.35600? It's gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be hard. Like I said, 1 hour might come to 450, but 600 looks pretty far. Why do you have buys at 360? I think what my GJ might do is maybe come to 600 and then we get a pullback. But it all depends on the 4 hour. All depends on the 4 hour. Okay guys, so last day is today. Tomorrow we choose the winner. This is the post for the giveaway. If you haven't done it and you want to participate, here it is. Go take a look. Tomorrow we are choosing the winner. Can you look at this? Let's take a look at this. GBP/USD, a retest would see a continuous bearish movement considering that USD is weak. It's not enough a confirmation that USD is weak, but another confluence maybe, yeah. Like I said, the plan for GU is exactly as it's happening right now. So we are rejecting from minor, retesting the major. Then if we get a break below, we wait for the retest. That's going to be our option here.
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning, Jerome.
How are you? So?
Good. Thank you for asking. Starting slowly this week.
Sometimes it's like that. It's a Monday. We have time.
Yeah, we had good Mondays previous months. Sometimes they're slow. Sometimes you have some strong moves.
The markets always surprise us.
Yeah. This looks like a slow Monday, but I mean, we're just in the morning on the beginning of the day, so there's plenty of time till the end of the day to see what happens.
Plenty of opportunity.
Yeah. Euro SD, a whole pullback. Interesting. See, the 4 hour looks pretty big rejection. If it comes below the previous one, it's not going to be a good sign. But is this going to be a retest of this? That might be an option too, but as it seems, pretty risky thing.
Ooh, also on the previous GU chart, somebody was saying because USD is bearish that pair will be bearish, but if it's in the second part of the pair, so it's GU, that means a bearish USD would be bullish for GU.
Just yeah, if USD is weak, GU goes up. If USD is strong, GU drops. But exactly. Here I think GBP has more say. I mean, look at the previous daily candle on GBP pairs. It was clear you're going to have some continuation to the downside. But all we needed was a small pullback. And that's what happened. It was clear. We got rejected from a major zone. All we needed is some continuation. But now we're not a perfect place. We need a perfect setup. We'll see if we'll get that. Maybe this candle is going to come and close below. So 4 hour then, there's still a chance of coming here. It's going to be a bit tricky here to make a decision. Yes, the whole day today, not sure how that might affect today's trading. We'll see. There are plenty of Days when we have holidays, the market moves the same. Doesn't make much difference, but you never know. If this USD would just have a better support here, I'd like to take this. Because this should give at least 10 pips to the upside. Like, look how small 10 pips are. Just small rejection and you get 10 pips. And that should happen. Putting a stop below the previous candle, it might work. See the daily? Daily has gone past this previous resistance, but another one is here on the left, even though it has gone above that too on the 1 hour. I think it's gonna reject here. Even if it comes lower than the previous one, still should continue up. UAD might end in a breakout to downside at the end of the hour. I wouldn't take it because it's just a rejection. It's not a breakout. Because the first thing here, it was not a breakout. The first candle was weak. So a break below, it's not a break below. It's just a rejection on basically. Euro JPY. What about Euro JPY? We don't have much happening on Euro JPY. Oh, Euro USD. Interesting. We'll see. 4 hours gonna close too. I don't know if we're gonna trust Euro USD, but we'll see. USD CAD got rejected again. Very nice. Because the 4 hours gonna close too after. We have a few more minutes left until the end of this hour. And then we have 4 hour closes. We can make some decisions and see what we get. Because 5 minutes until the end, and there can be a lot of different movements. And when you have another 25 minutes, a lot can happen until then. Let's see what your NCD is going to do. 4 hour closing like this, there still might be hopes. Because 1 hour, let's say, closing as it is, next hour coming here, touching the support, then going all the way bullish would be possible. And going for at least half of a wick fill here would be nice. If 1 hour goes below the previous one in this hour, there might be a problem then. That would be a huge pullback. And let's see how many pips we have this. Look at this 30 pip pullback. It's pretty big. You know, I still think if it's gonna stay above, we're still going up. I think we're not even gonna have a retest probably. If we get a 15 pip projection, might be game over. And 4 hour just trades straight goes and fills the wick without any pullback. USD CHF 4 hours gonna close, but this is a weak breakout. Seeing in the next few minutes if it's gonna make a push or not. GA didn't really do much. It got rejected, even though it went past this resistance, but couldn't stay above. Now get a whole pullback. Nothing much, as it seems. Gold, what would you say for gold? Nothing much here too. We had a huge drop last night, then a whole pullback, big fake out, big wick on the 4 hour. Maybe if 4 hour goes below the previous one, closes, then it might have a wick fill, but other than that, nothing there. The GU retest. We talked about GU. Was the plan we talked. We didn't have any plans to take the retest here on GU. We have other plans. GBP CHF, it's not on trusted list. I'm gonna wait on the major pairs. Okay, looks like we have a meeting coming up on Euro. Medium impact. Let's see, usually these Euro pairs doesn't really have much effect, but we'll be careful. We'll see if they'll cause anything big or not. I think other than UNCT, we don't have much. GU, I don't know. I didn't like a break below this on this hour because I wanted this hour to close above, then the next one break. And I just wouldn't like a break on this hour because the 4 hour closes, right? And the 4 hour might make a retest here before heading down, so taking a trade at this minor is still risky. It's still risky. Use the cat in the other side. We've already had 2 rejections on the 1 hour, and we still didn't have much continuation. There was like a 10 pip move or not. 13, 14 pips. Your USD CAD might be a bit risky. But we'll see. If the 4 hour closes comes one more time for retest, I think what we should do is use a very small stop around 7 pips maybe, because it shouldn't come below the previous candles. If 4 hour closes and then another 1 hour candle comes here, which is the 4 hour retest, should have stop loss just around here, because if it goes below, something is not right, because the same zone is on the 4 hour too. It's no difference. So we either should just make a small pullback and continue and not come below the previous candle. Wicks, if you can say. Because we would get a deeper pullback probably. So we shouldn't let this come lower once it comes for a retest. Still waiting. We have 15 minutes left. 15 minutes left, and we get a close. We'll see how it's gonna close. 8 minutes left. USD made a whole pullback. I was about to put the trigger here with a stop below, but I thought, no, I'm not gonna risk it. I better wait. But let's see. This is what I was talking about, because the 4 are now coming for retest too hard, because it already did a 35 almost pips pullback. 4-hour closing, another 30-40 pips pullback. It's too hard to do. EU is breaking. Yeah, I see, but I don't know if I trust this much. Even though it's gonna be good. I mean, we have support on the left here, but it's too far. I don't know. We may try this. See. If EU closes like this, we're gonna have a 4 pips breakout. 3-4. Is that enough? What about AJ? What about AJ? AJ is right at support. What do we want to do here? It's right at support. I don't see anything. USD CHF got projected. AD CAD. I mean, AD CAD is a little better, probably. 4-hour might give us a retest here. And we might see some continuation. Pretty good 4-hour drop. 1 hour is good. USD CAD 4-hour, yeah, might be good too. I don't know. I'm gonna have to make a decision which one I want to take here. Maybe EU here. I think I can manage EU better, even though still it's not going to be a very good breakout. It's pretty weak, 4 pips. If I take a loss here and then I regret taking it because it was only 4 pips, I mean, AD CAD might be better if it comes a little lower. Leave AUD JPY. It's right at support. There's nothing there. GJ is still there. Got rejected also, alongside with the GU. Let's see. We have your news, guys. Don't forget that, because we almost did forget about the news. Your USD, for example, is going wild a bit. Spread is higher now. Might be a sign because of the news. Yeah, you can see it right away on your MetaTrader or CTrader, because here there's no spread, you don't notice it. Look on your MT4 or CTrader or whenever you trade, how spread is changing on your pairs. Carefully, my friends. Let's see what happens. A minute left. I think I'm not gonna take it. Yeah, I'm not gonna take it. It's just too weak. We are breaking a major zone, and you have a 3.2 pips breakout. I mean, not for me. USD CAD on the other side is better. It is better. Let's see, we have a 8 pip breakout. We'll see what happens. Let's see what happens. Like I said, the only worry on USD CAD that I have is this thing here. These two previous candles. I wouldn't like to see this candle coming lower than these two. So if you take it, probably stop loss just below here. A small stop. Can't let this go too far, because it might come very deep after. Let's wait and see what happens here. Start to come for a retest. Even though it's going to be 3 candles rejecting the same zone, I have doubts here, but trying to make a decision here. See if we got anything else happening. G close to same above, so we might have another push to the upside because of a 4-hour. USD, there's a 4-hour breakout here. Is USD gonna come or not? Thing is, it's pushing right away, and if it goes like at the middle of the previous wick, I think I would be very hesitant to take the trade. Even though whenever it comes, I think we're gonna have a rejection, at least 10-15 pips. Yeah, USD CAD is coming. It is coming. There's another 5 pips that USD CAD should drop, unless you want to enter in a 5 pip range. Even though the 4 is right at support, I don't know. I don't feel confident today to take any trades. Because, when I look this here and when I look this, I'm saying there's a chance that price might come deeper here for the retest. Because these 2 or 3 rejections here, not 2 or 3 because these are for our candles, but when price got rejected once, twice on the same one, then you get this breakout, you can possibly think that might come deeper for the retest. That's my only concern. And that's why I said that it shouldn't come lower than the previous candle. We might still continue, of course. It's just I don't feel perfectly fine with it. It's not a perfect setup that I would like to. Consider this or compare this with GJ trade on Friday. So I think I'm not gonna take it. We'll see. Maybe if it comes lower, I'll look for a trade here. Otherwise, not taking at that level there. We'll see what happens. Euro USD 4 hour has closed. We might respect it, but on the 1 hour, it's not a good breakout. No, I'm not gonna go. I'm gonna wait for a perfect setup. A setup that I trust, just like GJ last week. That was the setup that I trusted and had no doubts. No, I'm not gonna trade anything. I'm gonna have to wait. It's Monday. I don't want to rush into things, taking any trades that I'm not very sure of. Look, guys, this is your decision making. If you want to take it or not, I'm just deciding for myself. Is there something wrong? I told you my opinion. Other than that, there's nothing wrong with it. We have a good breakout, 8 pips. I just don't feel confident that we're gonna have rejection here. I feel like it's gonna be a deeper retest here on this major zone. That's all. And taking this trade on CTrader and having the possibility of this coming lower makes things harder because I have one position and I have to put that position in a very good place, and I can't afford a deeper retest. So I'm gonna wait. But not on the stream, of course, because another 1 hour, it's gonna be pretty long hour. So it's your choice if you want to take. If you can afford the small drawdown here, you can take it. Stop loss should be below the 4-hour candle, at least 15 pips. You might give it more room to breathe if you want. So yeah, I think for now I'm gonna have to go because I don't really see much except for these that we talked. I'm gonna wait for later on, maybe I get a better option that I'm comfortable. Otherwise, right now, not taking anything. So, have a nice day today. Tomorrow, the Magic Keys giveaway is gonna be done. I'm gonna choose it here on live. Be there if you wanna find out that you're the winner. Okay, thank you all for being here today. Have a nice day. For some, see you later. For some, see you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll start the stream earlier. Because today there was not much. That's why I started later on. I always look at the market before starting, and if there's not much, I delay the stream. Thank you all.
Thank you, Seth.
Thank you, thank you. See you on the group. We'll talk later if you get a better option.
See you later.